Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. As I posted in and I stated in my previous videos, I'm having a little vacation, well-deserved vacation with some friends and fishing and enjoying some adult beverages like a good wine and having some very deep conversation. We're having a little meeting with some of the intellectuals in the area. Let's put it this way. Can't say more because when you say more, people want more. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people that you know should not be involved. So let's go. We have an article here from our Ukrainska Pravda from May 28, 2022, and this is the title. Armed forces of Ukraine demonstrate how French guns destroy Russians. Oh, okay, they demonstrate. So that means the French guns, they have French deliveries. Good, Macron. Good, good, good. Ukrainian gunners have demonstrated how skillful they can use their French Caesar self-propelled artillery units on the battlefield against the Russian invaders. Oh, right. And I'm quoting right now. The Ukrainian soldiers gunners of the Joint Forces Group that mastered the use of French self-propelled guns of the Caesar-wheeled chassis and are using them effectively to destroy the Russian invaders. And we find that three combat crews from the Zaporozhye Sich separated artillery brigade have inflicted fire damage on the enemy with 155 millimeters shells. Good for them. Everything is fast and clear. All right. Arrived at position 50 seconds to battle range 22,110 meters, 4 to 5 shots per minute, 55 seconds, hang up, disappeared. End quote. Ooh, that's good. We like this kind of numbers. Details. They give us details now. So, with well-aimed fire, Ukrainian gunners destroyed two Russian tanks, two amphibious combat vehicles, and a truck with ammunition. Wow, how did I know that? Anyway, that's good. Well, if the I don't want to advertise this, so people don't want certain stuff, but nevertheless, just did it. Well, I wonder how many of these weapons end up in the hands of people that should not have them. Let's say tomorrow the war ends. If I'm just going to tell you my direct assessment of this kind of life and situation, and it's just if you think that the things are settled and over there the things are the same as in the Western countries, somehow organized and disciplined and accounted for, I think those are just illusions. And why do I say that? A lot of things could be done in those areas of the world. I come from Romania, and I can tell you that a lot of papers could be manufactured and provided at will. I know from Romania that if you wanted some receipts for some goods that were delivered, they would ask you for how many pieces. I can give you how many you want, but you need to give something. So the corruption is very big over there, very big. It's something that I don't know if this civilized or orderly oriented societies in the world, in the West, would be able to understand the extent. I'm not talking about the areas of the cities where you have this kind of corruption and everything goes. I'm talking about the governmental stuff. Here you expect, when you go to a department and you ask for some services, you expect that to be provided fairly and timely. Well, over there is different. Over there is different, and the Ukrainians are not really different than the Romanians and all that. And that's why, for instance, Ukraine has a very low rating in their how do you call it, high rating, I would put it, in corruption. So the thing is, I'm afraid that these weapons will end up, and probably are at this point, as we discussed this, they will end up in the hands, criminal minds, criminal organizations, and they will use them for various reasons. Now, if Ukraine would be admitted to the European Union, and the traffic, crossing the border from one place to another would be unimpaired, I foresee Europe having things occurring that never occurred in Europe before. I'm not foreseeing, I predict that in 99.9%, because there are things that are unaccounted over there, unaccounted, and then are some bad dudes over there. The situation, I don't think it's under control over there to say, okay, we got 15 French Caesar, Hail Caesar, whatever artillery units. Okay, they're gonna go to this department. There's so many people in control and not in control that you'll see. You'll see. We're talking about whenever this thing will end, we're gonna find things on the verge of terrorism and bank robberies, assassinations, and I'm not trying to to scare people. I'm very very how should I put it? The probability of these things to occur is high, is high. But well, you can come later and say, Emil, you were wrong, and if I will be wrong, but the thing is, I have to give you like a time frame for this. As I say, if the war stops, let's say today, and Ukraine will be admitted in the European Union, which I don't think that would happen because those guys are not this way. They know exactly what they're going to get into the union, and they don't want to open the borders for whatever it's in Ukraine right now. Let's say if they by whatever I know extension to the absurd, Ukraine would be admitted into the European Union, I guarantee you that in a year, maximum two, we will have these kind of things that I mentioned. And you can tell me, and I will say I will repent for that 0.01% that I think will not be. So I will say, well, I apologize. I'm going to punch myself a few times in front of the camera if necessary, just to show you how sorry I am. But it's we're dealing with humans, and humans react in the same way in under certain circumstances most of the time, unless you're not human. And believe me, there will be some funds that are unaccountable, some military equipment unaccountable, and they will not end up in the good hands. Mark my words, as former President George whatever Walker Bush said, right? Mark my words, no tax hikes. If you want to keep your doctor, you can keep your doctor, right? President Obama. Okay, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you in a moment.